It's the job interview from hell. In Belfast, 8 hopeful candidates from Queen's University head to the Students' Union to find out if they can be the next QUB apprentice.
Welcome candidates. You've done very well to make to the final 8 of the QUB Apprentice 2012. The shortlisting was aggressive. Many people applied, so you're the cream of the crop. Let's see how good you really are. Task 1. Let's rebrand Belfast for 2013. There's a big upsurge in tourism, guys, as you know. But Belfast can't be left behind, and the onus is falling on your shoulders, 2 individual teams, to go out and create a concept, a brand and a strategy for Belfast 2013. You'll be marked on your concept and on your brand, and indeed a 4-page advertorial. So put your heads together, come up with the best brand and the best idea of how to brand Belfast. I wish you all the luck, but remember, you will find yourself in the boardroom where at least one of you will be fired.
The 2 teams get to work developing a new strategy for marketing Belfast in 2013. The boys, Sean, Phil, Tony and John, choose the team name Excel. While the girls, Siobhan, Louise and Judith, along with Paul, form Team Flame. Paul is chosen as project manager for Team Flame, while Philip takes the lead for Excel.
You take it? Are you sure that we 100%? No, I'll take it, yeah. Good Shake your hand, it was very brave, first class. Good job, good job.
The 2 teams will be given 1 hour with a professional developer to create a 4-page advertorial for their brand. At the end of the day, they must present their work to a panel of experts.
If we find lots of great shots of Belfast, why don't we just say, this is Belfast, or they are Belfast, or they were Belfast. Yeah. And then they go, I am Belfast, and you are Belfast.
What about this was Belfast?
The slogan and the brand that we're going to work with is I am Belfast, which is going to be a moderation of the I'm a Mac that Apple used a couple of years ago. The reason for choosing it was simple, it was very clean and very concise, and it's a very workable model, and it's about the sum total of what we've done so far. We just have that reiterated a couple of times, I am Belfast. We need a way of sort of just closing that, you know what I mean, at the end.
Yeah.
So like, I am Belfast, are you? Question mark, or something like that. You know
something catchy. Yeah, just to introduce people, yeah.
Well, was this based on the things that are Belfast known for? Music?
We don't want to do anything that's been done so much.
MTV.
Yeah, music and Titanic, and if we do that, what's going to be new in 2013?
Like, I think 2013 should be like looking towards the future and like what's going to come.
I think they picked Paul very quickly. They sort of rushed into things. They were happy enough to let Paul become the leader. And maybe that's just the dominant male thing within the group because he is only a male.
I think we need to flow a bit more, like we need to plan our time because we've spent about 40 minutes in here, and apart from our brand, I don't think we've moved on. You know, we know what we want to incorporate. I just think we need to get more to paper. Like.
I think pretty well. I think we're.
I've got it pretty. It's not going the way I would like it to. I feel that I've been delegated into a role that is lesser to the remaining boys, and I feel that my strength isn't being wasted. It's being wasted in this task at the minute.
Has anyone got anything else? Because Belfast has it all. Something for everyone.
Best of Belfast.
Ned in Belfast.
Paul as a team leader, not sure. I think he's very much about the concept, but I think he needs to be more structured in his approach to things, and I think he needs to focus more on people's strong points and what people are used to doing. So he's good in the respect of getting all the information out, but I think he needs to be more of a team leader and lead us better.
So Paul has wrote on his application that he's a very logical thinker, but I was just asking him there what his target market is for his presentation and his advertorial, and he said to me that it's everyone but mainly young people, including couples and old people. Now to me, that's not very logical thinking, is it?
So try not to.
I don't like the small I.
But do Belfast, like for all Belfast and capitals, just to say.
I think personally, the clearest message is all capitals, all in the same line.
And I don't think you need a full stop after it either.
I think the smallness, the 2 different fonts.
I do think you need full stop.
I think the full stop gives it clarity, but I think capitals is clearer than capitals.
I think I am shouldn't be capitals.
I think it would be better in inverted commas without the full stop.
Right, will we go?
But it's up to yourselves. Like this is the brand we're creating.
I think they're spending too much time deliberating over simple stuff like the size of font, the layout of the font, how many pictures to use, how many photographs, where to put them.
If three of us think full stop, we'll keep the full stop.
If I'm happy enough to go with whatever you want. It's just to be as clear and concise as possible. This is our message. That's what we're trying to get across. The concept, not like 2 lines or 1 line. Like we're wasting time here. Like
Keep that. I will do that.
At the minute, I just feel we're not being as productive as we could be. We spend a lot of time searching and discussing different ideas and things, and we're not really moving on as a team, probably as best we should. I feel probably the weakest member of our team is our project leader in this particular task, because he's kind of hemming in hand between all the different opinions and clash of egos or ideas or whatever way you want to call it. Like.
Team Flame have decided to divide their work and individually develop their brand, the Best of Belfast. Yvonne heads out to interview members of the general public to find out what they think is the Best of Belfast.
I just wanted to know what you thought of Belfast in one word.
Belfast. Nice.
Anything else? No?
Oh, that's about it.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Sean is also sent out to take pictures of the general public holding signs which display their brand title, I Am Belfast.
Sorry girls, are you free for 30 seconds?
No, sorry.
Yes. Thanks anyway.
No, we got bust to catch.
Well, thank you. Not going too well in the campaign.
Imagine this if like...
Hey girls, you wouldn't be free for 30 seconds?
Just hope that when we're with the designer we'll make some real progression. It's all about the next 2 hours, like that's the making and breaking of us, to be honest with you.
Cool. The 2 teams must now sit down with a designer to develop their advertorials, which will later be presented to a panel of experts.
So what's the title of the second page?
Not too sure on the quality of it. It's very corporate looking, and I'm not too sure if they will hit the actual international market that they're supposed to be targeting. So it's a bit haphazard, and it's just went to the designer with their own bits and pieces, and then Paul's sort of, trying to direct the traffic whenever it's going there, but not too sure.
I think it turned out brilliant. Turned out a lot better on print than it did on screen. Very good, well laid out. We've got different sections, easy to read. The different ratings, bold. There's different pictures relating to them. There's addresses, phone numbers, everything a tourist would need.
There's lots of spelling mistakes, and I hate spelling mistakes. So I just hope we don't get blamed for the spelling mistakes.
I'm gonna plug it into the Mac.
Will last long into the future.
The dynamic of the group is starting to change. People seem to be inputting, some people seem to be inputting more, and some people maybe a bit less.
If I'm going to be honest, I think maybe some of the work allocation has been slightly unfair, but for the most part it has been very good, and so long as everybody equally contributes to the pitch and the questions, then we should be fine. As long as we remain from this point onwards clear, concise and authoritative with what the idea is. Yes, we should win it. We've worked hard at it and we've made the most of very little time.
I think now that they're running out of time and the pressure really is on, they're starting to get a bit flustered, so they're starting to argue more.
Our brand.
Just our brand.
Concept.
Oh yeah, our concept is simply I Am Belfast.
Our concept is simply I Am Belfast. Our aim is to promote and foster a cultural vision of Belfast.
John, Sean, and Tony. And today we're here to talk to you about.
God. So you see.
And then when you're closing.
What did you say the other?
And I'll just hand.
Relax.
Small amount of nerves always good.
Yeah, relax.
We'll be fine.
You can't make mistakes.
So with presentations, the best way to do it is to get your best presenters to actually do the presentations. You don't just split the workload up into individual members just for the sake of sharing out the workload.
Well, John has great ideas, but he's keeping them very close he's not expressing himself like he should be, and perhaps I wonder, is he playing a game rather than taking part in the team?
The two teams have fully developed their brand and advertorials. They must now present their work to a panel of experts headed by Stormont MLA Basil McRae.
Hi, my name is Philip Barr. I'm a project leader in this project team of Team Excel. Our brand concept is I Am Belfast. Our aim is to promote and foster a cultural vision of Belfast that will last until tomorrow and live for today.
And how it tells our story. I was even talking to an international student today out in Belfast, and the opportunities, he was originally from Malaysia. He says the opportunities that Belfast have to offer him, it's just the people are so friendly, they like to get to know you, they like to meet you, they like to shake your hands, and he says that, you know, it's a totally different from the hustle and bustle from his own home country and the city he lived in. I couldn't really pronounce the name of it, so I'll just continue on.
Just to conclude, we believe I Am Belfast is a very strong brand concept and that we can utilise it to rebrand Belfast in 2013. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll now follow up with questions.
You've all, there's no real, I'm not really clear who was doing what in the team. You all just seem to we'll do 25% each. Was there any differentiation between who did what?
Well, I thought it was a very well balanced task. Everyone pulled their part. We didn't really divide up that much. Like Sean during the day went out and got some photos taken. And basically everyone took up. Then for doing this here pitch, we obviously took up different parts, and it was well divided. And I thought it went very well. But I thought it was well, it was well done. Everyone pulled their part.
So, I'll not say who, but two of you presented well, and two of you presented with character, which is not necessarily the same. There is a rule: never present with your hands in your pockets. You know, presentation is everything. It's not that that's wrong. It just gives a different image, shall we say? And what you maybe should have thought out between the team, for example, who was the best person to be doing the presentation? You know, so who was really sharp at doing things, and you could have had somebody that was particularly interested in the academic area and they wanted to talk about that area. That would have worked.
The presentation went very well. I thought everyone spoke very well. They obviously grilled us a bit on our content and stuff, but the actual presentation skills I thought were very good. All went well. It's better than the other company, basically.
To be honest, it went okay. Maybe could have been better, but given the preparation we had before, that's basically what we worked off. And I found, I'm sure, as in with the girls, a lot of it was answering questions on your feet. Like, questions that were thrown at you, you weren't too sure. It wasn't overly discussed as a group, and you just went in and had to improvise to the situation.
The best thing that I can say about it is that we will probably use it to further refine what we do next week, because I think more or less they tore us apart.
We really want to push the idea that Belfast is indeed a top tourist destination for everyone. We aim to create a viral social networking marketing campaign using websites such as YouTube, Facebook, Twitter and StumbleUpon to create interest in our Best of Belfast marketing brand. A potential way of increasing our following and presence on these sites would be to partner up with local businesses to offer discount vouchers to our followers.
Well, initially Belfast might have been perceived in a negative way as a violent city, maybe because of the Troubles and maybe perhaps because of the famine. Now we don't want to deny this history, and we know the Ulster Museum draws on this history very well, but we want to focus on the future and the present and to show Belfast in the best possible light, which will entice our international custom to visit Northern Ireland in 2013. We aim to have Belfast competing with cities like Dublin, London and Paris. In our advertorial we have emphasised how friendly the local people are, the importance of our tourist attractions like the Titanic and the Ulster Museum, and our buzzing nightlife.
Thank you very much. You seem to have went for a very structured and logical approach, full of facts. Did you mean to make it so dull?
Well, we did consider that it was going to be boring, but we were going to fill it with just stupid tricks. We wanted to fill an informative brochure that would actually give a tourist information on where to go and what to see, instead of just bloating it up with stupid cliches and stuff. Because we wanted to show that we have got the history such as the Troubles. We have the history of the Titanic. We have so much murals around the city you can go see. There's the Titanic Museum that you can go see and actually see the docks where the Titanic was actually built. There's not a city that you can go see.
But you didn't mention the Troubles. I mean, there's nothing in there. The Troubles. I mean, the challenge you got to deal with is as boring as dishwater.
Really well. Our presentation went really well, but yeah, we got slated. But I hope the other team did too, because that was horrific. I think we stuck up for ourselves.
The presentation went very well. Like, we had a very well structured, well worded, very confident pitch. I think it went very well.
I think our actual presentation went pretty well. It was so well structured, and we all knew, like, we all had answers back to their questions, so we didn't like dig ourselves in any holes. So I thought we all reacted pretty well, and our public speaking was all pretty good.
So Team Flame were just out of their presentation there, and to be honest, I'm worried, very worried, and excuse the pun here, but they could be going up in flames.
I really don't know about our team overall. I think there's a fair chance actually we might be heading into the boardroom, but I think my own contribution should be enough to see me here until next week at least.
At the minute, well, obviously as PM I'd have to pick 2 people to bring back. At the minute I would probably say maybe one of the weakest members is maybe Sean, but I don't really know what's going to happen yet. Just hopefully we don't have to deal with it.
It'll be a hard decision. I know Judith worked very well and maybe had a bit of a conflict with Siobhan, and maybe Louise made Judith a bit more push for time, so I don't know, to be honest. I don't know.
It's a hard one. We've got on really well today and stuff, but if I had to pick one person, ironically, the team leader on the first week again, because of it had so many problems and just the way it was organised, I would pick the team leader. So, Phil.
The task is done. The 2 teams must now meet in the boardroom with Basil McRae, where one of them will be fired.
What was the biggest criticism you felt, that justified or unjustified, of your presentation?
It was boring and dull. We think it was partly justified because we did a lot of information, but I think it's unjustified in the fact that it was useful information, it's relevant information, it was information that the tourists would need if they came to visit Belfast.
This is not like your A-levels. This document here looked like a tick box of things to do and was totally rubbish. Right? It was really not up to standard. It's boring, too much text, wrong images, didn't really get across. When you did your presentation, when I asked you all what you thought, you were great, but this didn't come across. And for this team, whenever you come across, I have to tell you, the visual impact was really good of your pitch, but it was totally meaningless. Which of these 2 do you think are the best in terms of not being boring and dull? Which would you pick?
I think ours is a lot more information and it's a lot more informative than the other one.
Which is not the question though. The question is, the criticism was yours is boring and dull.
We agreed that does seem more appealing, but if someone was sitting in Spain and said, "There's Belfast, where's Belfast? What's in Belfast?" They'll have no information, so the pictures.
I feel like ours in comparison to this one is obviously very exciting and attractive, and you're going to pick it up, but when you do pick it up, you're not going to know what you're going to do in Belfast. You're going to know what Belfast is produced, but you're not
opposed to yours, which you wouldn't even pick up.
Yeah, I was the guide for Team Flame, and the project manager was Paul here. Team Flame started off quite well. The brainstorming was a really good session. They got a lot of good ideas. It's probably spent about 15-20 minutes on that. But as the day went on, it sort of fell by the wayside. I think that was down to maybe the lack of planning, lack of structure, and lack of leadership by the PM. And would you agree with that, Siobhan?
Yes, I would.
What would your opinion on that be?
I just think Paul maybe didn't take the reins as leader.
So without any further ado, Niall, do you want to read out what the scores were for your team, which was which team were you?
Team Flame.
Team Flame.
Team Flame's score was 32.
So that's the average score. And for Team XL?
Team XL unfortunately fell short of this with 27.
So, there we have it. Team Flame are through, and we have a little present for you, which I hope that you're going to enjoy. Let me just see. These are golden tickets for Belfast Music Week that get VIP tickets and get you into anywhere that you want to go.
Thank you.
I hope you will enjoy the week and have fun. Congratulations and well done, and we'll see you next week. We'll see you back in the boardroom in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Cheers.
So, here's my thinking on this. I've had a look at your presentation on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I wasn't impressed. If you're going to be taken seriously in life, you've got to be serious. You've got good ideas, Joanna's identified them. You've got to come forward with those and actually stand up and be counted. It's no good talking, whispering from the background and hoping you're going to be taken.
Oh, I don't whisper, like I don't mince my words.
Well, you have. Joanna's come back this, so that's the warning for you for the next time. But it's actually between these two here, because my feeling about you, the report I've got, is you're a natural leader.
Yeah.
And I think you set him up. I think you actually said, this is not a good place to be at the start. I'll see who'll take it. And he, because he was inexperienced, actually stepped forward into it. So the real issue is, if you've got it, if you've got the leadership skills, you've got to step forward, you've got to come forward. You cannot duck it, because that otherwise makes the team think that you're Machiavellian. And I'll just put that to you as a charge. Okay? Philip, when it comes to this, the issue for you is you speak with enthusiasm, you are committed. Actually, it was a good thing that you stepped forward, that you came forward to take on the task. But there is a but, is that the task did not work. The only thing that actually came out that was good in this particular project was the visual impact, not even the content of the brochure. And when you look around with your team around here, you know, you did not win the team round to get the support. Ultimately you failed, and I'm sorry, but on this occasion, you're fired. We'll see you two next week.
Thank you.
I thought our team was very strong, to be fair, but I actually thought the other teams should have lost the whole competition, to be honest, or the whole project. But everyone argued their case, and that's the way they feel, you know. It's obviously a huge risk to take project manager in the first task, but obviously it hasn't paid off. But what do you do? If it was left for me to take it, so I took it, and I thought I ran with it, and I thought I'd do okay. Watch out, hopefully I'll be back soon and just focus on our studies and hopefully come back. And good luck to everyone else that's participating in the rest of the competition.
The sun sets on another day in the student union, and the search for the QUB's next apprentice goes on.